Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Tech Fellows video. Hope you're all doing well, and as of this recording, hope you're all having an amazing and wonderful Christmas. Now, without wasting any time, today I'm going to show you how to make a simple VBS script to prank your unsuspecting friends, which makes it look like they have some virus on their computer, which is harmless, but it is very cool to do, and also has some pretty cool use cases. So let's get straight into it. Hey guys, I know this is a little bit late after Christmas, but I just wanted to get this out. I didn't have as much time, but still, regardless, I'm hoping you guys enjoy, hoping you guys can learn something new. And yeah, let's get back to the video. So first of all, we're here on the desktop. Ignore my taskbar. Alright, so first you're going to want to open up your notepad. Okay, so what you're going to want to first do is you're going to initialize the that we are using WSH shell. So in order to do that, we're going to do set, let me make that bigger for you guys. We're going to do set WSH shell equals WScript, dot create object, and then in parentheses double quotation marks WScript dot shell, and then once that's initialized, you're gonna want to click enter. And now that we're here, I'd recommend just saving this in one of your folders on your desktop. I'll just save that to my desktop so that we don't lose it. So I'm going to save that to my desktop, and I'll name it prank.txt. We're going to leave it as a text file now so we can easily edit it, but later we'll be able to change it into a script. So just name it prank.txt, and then it'll be on your desktop. So now from here, you're going to, depending on what you want to do, you can always change this in the future. For me, I'm just going to make it so that it shows like a little box. I'll show one on screen right now, a little dialog box. So in order to make a dialog box like that, you're going to want to do X equals message box. And make sure you get the capitalization correct, or else it will not work. And now in between these quotation marks, this will be the title. So for example, so in this case, I'll make it say critical warning. And then after that, after the quotation mark, you're going to want to put a 1 plus 64. So basically what this means is just code for making different kinds of box, like whether it's like a critical error, or if it's a warning, or if it's an info box. I will leave a link or leave what each different kind means so that you guys can mess around with that. But for now, I'm just going to do 164, which is a critical warning box, I think, pretty sure. In the dialogue, what we're going to want to do is we're going to say something along the lines. In this case, we can say, you've been hacked. Once you're done with that, you can press enter. And from here, we can probably test this. So I'm going to file save, or you can do Control S, which I usually find to be easier. And from here, I'm going to move the prank.txt file onto my desktop. We're going to close this window for now. And from here, you're going to want to right click it, click on properties, and from txt, you're going to want to change it to VBS. So once you do that, it'll ask you, are you sure? Click yes, and once you're done with that, you're going to want to double click it. Okay, so it popped up in my other screen. So it will say, look, at the top it'll say you've been hacked. Oop, critical warning. Okay, so now right click it and you'll have an edit option. Only thing is that we got to make sure that we change it to be the opposite, as we put it in the wrong spots. Okay, so again, this is the title here. The second one is the title. And the first one is the dialogue you want to see in the box. So we're going to save that again. And then I will move this over here so we can easily access it. Double click it. And there we go. Critical warning, you've been hacked. Okay. So that's like an informational type dialog box. You can, like I said earlier, you can always change these. So from here, what you're going to want to do is mostly up to you. I'm going to mess around. You can do a lot of fun little things. So one cool thing that you can do with VBS files is you can actually run apps. So for example, I'm going to run an app, and the way you do that is WSH shell.run CMD. And what that'll do is it'll run command prompt, or also known as a CMD. So once it does that, since it's going to take a couple of seconds for the computer to actually open it up and stuff, you're going to want to run a delay so that it has time to open before you run other commands. So from here, you're going to do WS or W script, making sure to get those capitals correct, .sleep, and then you're going to want to do maybe 100 milliseconds. And then from there, as you may have seen in an older video, if not, we basically made a CMD have green text to make it kind of look like you're hacking. So what I mean is when I use this, basically if you do dir /s with the green color in the background, which I'll show you how to do, and click enter, it makes it look like you're kind of like hacking and stuff like that. So it's just basically spamming all the folders on your computer. And the way to replicate this easily that I have found is basically to input keyboard presses using this script, which is also a great feature of VBS files with W shell scripts. So the way to do that is you're going to want to do WSH shell.send keys. Make sure you get those capitals. And from here, you want to do CD ... enter in all caps and closing curly braces. The reason we're doing CD is so that we can show every single file, or else it'll just show all the files in the current user's folder. And then you're going to want to run it again, but before that, where we can copy the delay. And then once you're done with that, you're going to add another little quick delay. We're going to send another key, so if you want, you guys can copy that again. And in there, you're going to want to change the CD to be color space A, which makes the green background. And then again, copy this, make another delay, and change the color A to be dir /s. From there, we basically have the script set up. So if you want, you can go ahead and save that and test it out. So now when I run it, it will say you've been hacked. Once you click OK, it'll open it, and it pretty much instantly it'll open it all up. And if you know your computer's a bit faster like mine, you can probably change it to be more like 50 milliseconds. Hey, editor fellow here. I did yap for about a minute and a half about something. Basically, if you have a good computer, make sure you can get that sleep time, that delay, as low as possible so that it runs commands faster. If people do put inputs into the computer while the script is running and doing its thing, it might screw some stuff up. So just the faster it can be, the better it will be. Just make sure you have a little bit of delay there. Back to the main video. If you want, you can leave it at this, or you can add more. So if you want, you can add more message boxes saying a bunch of things. Or for example, you can probably end it off, for example, like this. You'd be like, hey, this was actually a prank. And then you can change this to be, haha. And once you're done with that, we can redirect to a link. So for example, if you wanted to, you could redirect to the Rickroll link. All right, and now that we're here, we're gonna do another run command. So we're gonna do WSH shell.run. And in here, we're gonna do triple quotation marks, paste the link in that you want to send a person to, and then follow that off with 3 quotation or double quotation marks. So once you're done with that, you can save that. And then for this, you don't really have to add a little delay. And then, so we have a critical warning. We'll be like, okay, you've been hacked. And then, haha, this was actually a prank. Once you click OK, your default browser will open up and you will have a Rickroll or whatever other link that you decide to take them to. So again, just as a disclaimer, this is only for educational purposes. And I do want this to be like a fun little thing. Maybe you prank someone, but do this at your own risk. If you know someone's going to be really freaked out, I would not recommend doing it. So knowing this, there's so much more you can do. You can loop stuff easily. You can send different kinds of keys. You can run different kinds of scripts. And this was just a simple version of that. Hope you guys enjoyed a ton. If you guys want me to do more like this, please let me know in the comments and I can make more tutorials on how to use the Microsoft VBS scripting. So if you guys really enjoyed this, please let me know. Again, I can always do more in the future. This is really much a more simple version of what this really could be. I've made more complex versions. They can get really complex, as you can see here. But yeah, that should be a really simple and easy prank. Hope you guys enjoyed. There is so much more that you guys can do with this. If you guys want to see more, please let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys were able to learn something new. Please, again, use this at your own risk. People may not like it, so just keep that in mind. And Merry Christmas to you all. Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys in the next year. Also, please make sure that you guys leave any questions you have below, and I will try to assist you guys as much as possible. That was all from me today, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Tech Fella out.